Pilot Mountain State Park is definitely got the iconic Pilot Mountain that you can see for miles away as you're driving up. It is the 10th most visited state park in North Carolina of the North Carolina 42, and it receives about 800,000 visitors a year. Pilot Mountain State Park is near the town of Mount Airy in North Carolina. It's just north of Winston-Salem, not too far up. And it is next to another nice park called the Hanging Rock State Park, just down the road from here. It's got this knob of a mountain that is Pilot Mountain, and we're near the top of it. And there's a nice road that goes all the way up, about 2 miles from the entrance, and it goes to this nice parking area. And there's a couple of relatively short trails up here. One of them is about 0.8 miles. That goes all the way around one of the knobs, and there's some fantastic overlooks that really overlooks the valley below. This is without a doubt the highlight of the park, and you have to drive up here. If you come to Pilot Mountain, you have to come up here, and this is where most of the people go. Little Pinnacle Overlook Trail, short little thing to the top of Pilot Mountain. The trail that goes around the knob goes all the way around 360 degrees, and you can definitely feel the difference in wind and temperature. We're looking down the south side where there's a nice breeze, the temperature is nice and cool, but as you get around to the north side, the air just feels very still and the temperature goes up quite a bit. You get really hot on the other side. So it kind of all depends on where the wind is coming from, but there's definitely a big difference between the north side and the south side. The Jomeokee Trail, I think it's called, and we're going to go around the knob over there. Which way? This way?
Is it just the circle?
Or this way?
The loop?
Yes, I think this is a loop.
And go right.
Maybe this is where the loop meets. So we're going to go to the right. That's Highway 52 out in the distance. This is a view that you get coming into Pilot Mountain from the Greensboro area. And we're at the top, or the side of the knob. And beautiful view. Look at the farm down below. Pilot's Creek Trail. It's on the northern part of the park. You have to drive to a different access point. That's one exit up 52, not very far at all from the main entrance. This is where we were directed when the main parking lot was full. We cannot get up the mountain. This trail goes around the northern end of Pilot Mountain, and it follows the Pilot Creek. The path goes up and down and crosses the Pilot Creek several times as it just goes around it. And as you can see over here, it actually will go up the ramp here. And so it's actually got quite a little bit of elevation on this trail. interesting fungus that's growing at the foot of this tree here. The Ivy Bluff Trail, which is on the southern part of the park. Now, Pilot Mountain State Park really has two parts. The one with the iconic mountain, where you can drive up pretty close to the top and do a few short hikes, especially right around the rock. And then there's the southern part, which is actually totally separate. And it does have a corridor trail for horses and people that's about 6 miles that links the two parts of the park. Where on the other side of the Yadkin River on the southern part, and the Ivy Bluff Trail, is a 1.2 mile out and back with a loop at the end. And it starts out overlooking the Yadkin River on a bluff before it descends down to the river, and then it goes into the woods, parallels the river to a loop, and then come back. It's a very, very pleasant trail, and there's hardly anybody here because it's kind of out of the way. The main attraction for Pilot Mountain Park is the Pilot Mountain, so most people go there, and hardly anybody comes here. And the only people that we've seen on a Sunday are two families, and that's it for the entire trail. So it's very, very nice. At the towards the end of the Ivy Bluff Trail, the trail actually goes in the loop. So if you come to about here, you will see a branch, and this is the loop. And if you look down there, far in the distance, there is a red dot that signifies the trail. And if you look over here, there's also a red dot down there that signifies the trail.
I think it's a water snake.
Well, Loretta calls it a giant black snake. It's a black snake, but I don't know if it's giant. Along this Ivy Bluff Trail, there's actually a couple of campsites. And you can see, guess you put the tent there. There's a nice picnic area with a little fire pit. And it looks like an outhouse over there. So this is very nice. You can come here and camp here. So it is that favorite time of the day for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And we have
we have the normal Subway.
We have the normal Subway sandwich after we go for hikes.
Yep.
But today's hike was not that strenuous. It was sort of a easy 2 mile or so hike. And
Yes.
the reward, of course, is the Subway sandwich.
54 miles. Yummy.
And we're going to go try to get back to Pilot Mountain to see if we can get in this time. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yep.
But food is food. Food is first.
Yep. Important. It's delicious.
She's getting to be a normal here. She's getting to be a habit here. She keeps ordering Black Forest ham consistently now at Subway. It must be her favorite.
It's good.
We are on our way to visit all the national parks in the United States. Follow along by hitting the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is released. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please share it with everybody that you know.